This is an interesting video of a mosque arsonist who allegedly told a judge during his trial, "I only know what I hear on Fox News." This was the trial of 52-year-old Randolph Linn. Let's go to some of the video here. This is a bunch of interesting things surrounding the trial of this man who set a mosque ablaze.
The judge asked Linn to explain why he targeted the Islamic Center. Linn said he was upset that Muslims were killing Americans and trying to blow stuff up, that most Muslims are terrorists, and that they don't believe in Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
He also astonished the courtroom by admitting that in the 6-hour period before he left his Indiana home for Perrysburg, he drank 45 beers.
Let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there for a second. We have an individual here who has committed a horrible crime. And when we say, speaking in the wake of Sandy Hook, talking about motive for crimes, the motives have been identified as Muslims killing Americans and trying to blow stuff up because most Muslims are terrorists and don't believe in Jesus. Okay, that's one motive. And another thing being cited as a motive here is that he was under the influence of 45 beers, which he had in 6 hours. This is very, very disturbing when we really look at it. It's easy to just kind of be desensitized to it, but look at what we're seeing here. This is unbelievable.
First of all, I think the 45 beers in 6 hours is a lie.
You just don't believe it.
I don't know anybody who can do that. I've been a bartender for a long time.
You also don't know any mosque arsonists.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So now let's figure out, well, where did he get these ideas that Muslims are trying to do these things? Let's take a listen.
I don't particularly care how much he drank, and I don't particularly know whether what he said in court was entirely accurate or not. What I do know is that his appearance in court today confirmed for anybody who was in that courtroom that this is a man who has intolerance in his heart and who acted with hate.
While members of the Islamic Center were pleased with the guilty plea, they were dissatisfied with Linn's lack of remorse.
Here we go.
I was very saddened by that. And I was more sad when the Judge Zuhairi asked him that, do you know any Muslims or do you know what Islam is? And he said, no. I only know what Fox News, what I hear on Fox News and what I hear on radio.
Wow. Wow. I know what I hear on Fox News, and of course referring to right-wing radio. What's your reaction to this?
I think this is the mindset that anyone who strictly listens to Fox News and right-wing radio
who has a literal interpretation of Fox News
would develop if they never did any research of their own and if they basically lived under a rock.
And we remember how Fox News handled, remember the Park 51 Islamic Center in Manhattan and the fear-mongering and the despicable stuff surrounding that? It's not really a surprise that somebody who doesn't have a more nuanced and wide-spanning worldview would get these impressions from watching Fox News, because they've been doing this stuff for years. And it's really not the first time. There was the story about the woman who threatened to fire all of her black employees if they voted for President Obama, writing KKK on their time cards, and her excuse was, I think I got crazy with Fox News, watching too much Fox News. And of course, the two maniacs that were inspired by Glenn Beck when he was on Fox News, the one who wanted to shoot up the Tides Foundation, and there's one other one that escapes me right now. People talk about holding Fox News accountable. The best way would be if people just turned it off, it would literally disappear overnight.
Yeah, but you have to wonder, if you or I were raised in a Fox News and Rush Limbaugh household, where that was all we were exposed to, let's say even homeschooled,
sure,
would we have these same sentiments?
We might.
We very well could.
We certainly might. That's a scary thought.
Isn't it?
Yeah.